Clarkwoods.com.
This is Horribly Off Topic, episode number 191.
I sort of threw a curveball at you.
Yeah, you know, that's Steve the Curveball. That's you. Steve the Curveball. And I'm Chris the cutie mark.
Oh.
I don't know.
Have you been watching ponies?
No, I haven't been watching ponies. I am not a brony. My kids.
Don't disparage bronies. They're apparently very
sensitive.
They're not necessarily sensitive, but they're liable to
very neo-Nazis.
Kick. I don't know. Are they?
I don't know. I think it would be an interesting.
Is there a crossover between those two audiences?
I don't know. I would hope that there aren't any bronies out there whose cutie mark is a swastika. I don't think that would be a good thing.
We've been watching Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Dun, 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 dun.
And we finished season 1.
Okay, so now they get the good unis, and Riker gets a beard soon, right?
No, he gets at episode 1 of season 2.
Okay, all right.
But there's like some weird other doctor at the beginning of season 2.
What? Really?
Yeah.
It's what happened?
Becky does not like her at all. Like she's been in 1 episode and she's like, I don't like you.
Ooh, I did not remember this. What was Beverly Crusher doing?
I don't remember. Like Wesley's on the ship. I think Beverly Crusher's somewhere on Earth working for Starfleet Medical.
Oh, like working for Starfleet Medical.
I'm assuming the Gates McFadden maybe had some other acting work, and so she was written out at the beginning of season 2.
Perhaps she's very good actress. That Gates McFadden. Actually, I don't know. I've never seen anything else that she's been in.
Yeah, me neither. And we were I sort of did a delve into Riker, and he has like back issues, so that's why.
There's some Riker back issues.
That's why he's always leaning on shit.
I thought you were saying there were like Riker back issues, like comic books. Like there were some. You went into like the back catalog of that actor. You went into the back issues.
Jonathan Frakes. I always thought it was Franks, but it's Frakes.
Jonathan Frakes. He directed.
There's no N in his name.
Apparently,
in his first name, yes. But.
They would bring him on board when one of the shows was failing, and he'd like start directing, and then he'd like bring in all his pals or something. Isn't that what happened with like the Star Trek shows later, like Enterprise or some shit like that?
The one with Quantum Leap himself.
Yeah. What?
That had Scott Bakula.
Yeah, and I think I read a Wikipedia page once, and when has that site ever been wrong? That talked about Jonathan Frakes.
Do we have a wiki yet? I ask this every 50 episodes or so.
Somebody else has to set it up for us, and even if they did set it up for us, they might be flagged as not notable enough to have.
Well, if Wikipedia looks up and sees that we have over or almost 200 podcast episodes. I think that's relevant enough, even though out of those 200, maybe 6 of them have been listened to en masse.
See, here's the thing, Steve. If you want to have a Wikipedia page, we have to do something, I think, above and beyond. We have to, like, get fired for having a podcast, which I don't want to do.
I do not want to do that either.
Yeah, or we have to make fun of a celebrity. We might have to fillet the president. I mean, I don't know if you're up for doing that, but I'm certainly not.
I'm going to give him a spanking instead.
See, that might do it. If you gave him a spanking,
he might calm down.
And no, if you gave him a spanking, he might.
I'm going to give him a spanking, and we'll watch Shark Week.
Okay, yes, maybe, and then he would feel guilty about it, and he would pay you money not to talk about it, and then we would get a Wikipedia page because you would get a 60 Minutes interview. About how you thought it was a good idea at the time not to speak up about it, but now you can't with a clear conscience lie about spanking the president anymore.
I don't know. Well, to tell you the truth, even if this had come out before the election, I don't think it would have made a difference.
You spanking the president?
No, I'm talking about Stormy Daniels, which is what we're...
Oh, no, I wasn't talking about that at all. I was just talking about you spanking the president.
No, okay. Well, I'm just saying if that stuff had come out before the election, I think he might still have won.
Yeah, no shit. The fucking thing with where he's saying,
grab him by the pussy.
Grab him by the pussy fucking came out, and that didn't make a goddamn bit of difference.
Right.
So, whatever.
Like
our country sucks.
All he had to do was say, I want to make America a Christian country.
And then he would have won by a landslide.
No, he did. He did say that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And so evangelicals are just like, all right, well, he's the fucking worst, but he apparently cares about Christians.
Maybe he would have won by more if the quote had been, you can grab him by the pussy, and if you do, you'll turn him Christian. That's all you got to do to all the heathens out there is just grab them by the pussy and they'll.
I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
All right, so yeah, I think spanking the president, that might be an option. Losing our jobs, we don't want to do either of those things.
Mm-hmm. I don't even want to be in the same room as the president.
Okay, if we got into a real feud with the guy with the dog. Okay, you remember the guy with the dog?
That dipshit.
You don't like the guy with the dog. I'm not.
How's his dog doing? Is it listening to him yet?
I'm not listening to his show anymore.
He's probably like, "What the fuck is up with this dog?"
But if we got into like a real feud with him, enough so that they would mention it on his Wikipedia page, right? Then there'd be a link to what they call a stub. I don't know if you're familiar with that. That's also the name for the president's penis. I don't want
no stubs. I want a full fucking Wikipedia article, please.
But we'd end up with a stub first, which is all Mr. Trump ever ended up with. A stub. That's what Stormy Daniels said. He has a stub, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
I didn't watch the interview either. That was just me trying to make a joke about his dick.
Well, that's you gotta just say that you think that he has a stub.
Allegedly
has a stub.
There
you go.
Yeah.
Because
but it's not the size of the pencil, Steve.
Because we don't know Chris, and therefore, if we were to say that exactly that he does, then we
might be committing. Is it libel or is it what's the other one?
We're just opening ourselves up to be sued. Is basically what I'm saying. So let's say there's
if we were sued by the president, if then we'd probably get a Wikipedia page.
Well, I hope that someone would some First Amendment attorney would pro bono support our fucking case.
Maybe Matt Murdock or Foggy Nelson. I don't know. Maybe.
Are those real people?
Yeah, not Nelson and Murdoch. They're in like Hell's Kitchen, but I mean, I'm sure they'd schlep on up from New York to represent our dumbasses.
Okay, so let's not talk about the fucking shithead anymore.
No. I mean, we were just talking about how to get a Wikipedia page. I think also if other ways to get a Wikipedia page. I think you could just make one, and you just roll the dice that nobody's going to know. I mean, well, we couldn't make one. Someone would have to make it for us, because if we make it, then it's definitely getting shut down.
I don't understand. Like, is it like because if we'd be using a clarkwoods.com email address? Is that how they would know?
I don't know how they would know, but they're pretty good about flagging stuff. So my friend Eric from college had a
relation.
No relation to.
I was just saying.
Yes, and
you weren't related to him.
My friend from college, Eric, had a webcomic called Bizarre Uprising, which I don't know what their stats were. I know that at least from the periphery, it seemed like they were doing pretty well for themselves, and so somebody set them up a Wikipedia page. It was a stub. It was a small, short little one, but it was there, and then. After not too many weeks, somebody flagged it as being not relevant or not notable enough to have a page. It went up to some sort of review, and then it was taken off the site. So there are people out there who have nothing better to do with their lives than to go and make sure that that not notable stuff is taken off of Wikipedia, because they themselves are not notable. But I think they must have delusions of grandeur and think that by being the Wikipedia police, they will somehow they will somehow be notable, or maybe they don't even want the fame. Maybe they just want to know that they're.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna have any luck getting a wiki, like the One Piece podcast. And there's your fucking reference for the day.
Yep.
I'm actually saying the fucking name of the show. They have like significantly more listeners than we do.
Yep, and no wiki,
and it does not appear that they have a wiki.
Yeah, it's a goddamn shame, Steve.
Yeah, I mean we are the entertainment of the future for the
Teach them well and let them lead the way.
Who?
The entertainment of the future. Whitney Houston said that.
Oh, we know
she believes that the entertainment is the future.
No,
teach them well and let them lead the way.
One thing that Mr. Data said in Star
Mr.
Trek.
Data. Mr. Data.
Yes.
Brent Spiner.
Yes.
And
one thing that he said
after or before fucking Tasha Yar.
It was after he did that.
During.
He did that episode 2.
Okay. So almost everything is after.
Yeah,
Tasha
except for like their first encounter with Q.
Yeah. ATY after Tasha Yar.
Another thing, you brought up bronies earlier. Mm-hmm. Q is a voice in the guy who plays Q is a voice in the Friendship is Magic nonsense.
Oh, he was on Days of Our Lives before he was on Star Trek: The Next Generation.
And he was also Naughty Doctor in The Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
Oh. That's Jason Lee. Jason Lee, he's a skateboarder. He's in Kevin Smith movies.
Yes, and he's also a Scientologist.
Oh. Bummer, man.
Why do you think he's doing chipmunks, squeakquels?
Oh, that's right. He got to pay for getting rid of the midichlorians out of his system.
No, I thought midichlorians were good.
Oh, no, he's got to pay to get the midichlorians into his system so
what's weird? They never bring it up again. After that first movie, they never once bring up midichlorians again in that entire series of movies.
You know, there's still time for one more. Episode 9. Episode 9, baby.
They're going to bring it back, you think?
I think J.J. Abrams is like, I'm going to go deep catalog. I'm going to bring back some motherfucking chlorians.
Why do you got to swear so much?
Because I think he's going to bring back fucking Mace Windu, who's been alive all this time, except Mace Windu's got a mouth on him now. He's going to say, I don't want to hear nothing about no motherfucking chlorians on my motherfucking force.
That's racist.
No, it's not. It's just a bad Sam Jackson impression.
Yes. But also racist.
I love Sam Jackson. I just can't do his voice.
Say what again?
He's gonna be, oh shit, Steve, shit dog. I gotta tell you something. Hollywood Reporter.
My dog
today,
just shit. Why did you tell him to do that?
Don't be negative to your dog, Steve.
I know.
We gotta support reinforcement only.
I gotta be. I don't have a dog. I have an invisible
shit dog.
No, don't shit. Wait till we're outside.
It's not like Hey Siri or
You should change. You should change your Hey Siri to shit dog.
Shit dog. No, it's not. And then
like
if I just say shit dog and somebody's canine happens to be listening to the podcast, they're not going to shit like if I said, Alexa, stop.
Hopefully you didn't did that loud enough so Becky has to deal with fucking Alexa in the other fucking room.
Or okay Google.
Okay Google.
Okay Google.
How many whales is it?
I think if I say shit dog, it does not make all the
No,
dogs
but what
shit.
you should do is change it so like
I think I would have to hack my phone.
You hack the phone.
And if I could hack my phone, I would make...
Oh my God, Chris, stop interrupting me!
Okay, sorry.
You should change it to shit dog, and then Siri could say, "What's up?"
I like that. I was just gonna say that if I could hack it, then I would get Paul Bettany's voice on there so that it would sound like Jarvis talking to me when or the Vision, but I'm gonna go with Jarvis. But that gets me back to my point. My point is that Samuel L. Jackson is gonna be my watch is on the wrong wrist because I got a boo-boo over here. I did something bad to my wrist today. I don't know what. And it's a little sore. So I put my watch on the other wrist.
You weren't self-harming, Chris, were you?
I mean, it depends on what you consider self-harm.
you didn't intentionally self-harm yourself.
No, I mean, but some people think that when they're masturbating, that is considered self-harm to some religions. And so if you're asking me, did I harm myself in that way? Then yes.
Did you have the house to yourself? Is that why?
I had the house to myself for a little while. Yeah, I had a long day of grading ahead of me, and I was like, you know what? I am really stressed out right now. I need to harm myself. All right, for a second.
Just letting everybody know. Just shut off your. We're talking about sex talk.
No, that's not that
timer.
No,
it's
okay. Yes.
It's not going to be reset at any point. This show.
No, it is.
Chris is talking about jacking it.
It is not. No, you asked me about self-harm. I made a sex joke. I'm done. My point.
Did you go to your paid website?
I did. That's the only one I go to.
What is it called?
It's called. You almost got me there.
Spankings in Shark Week.
Okay, so reset your timer. I'm not going to talk about that anymore.
Okay.
I don't know if Steve is, but I'm not talking about it. No. So I saw the headline in the Hollywood Reporter today that the Captain Marvel movie, which is filming right now, which is set in the 1990s of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is not only going to feature Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, which we already knew, but Steve,
we already knew it. I didn't know that.
The return of Agent Phil fucking Coulson to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, to the movie place, which is where it counts. Of course, it's set in the 90s, so it's long before he got stabbed in the heart.
He's on that fucking Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show,
He is,
right?
Which technically counts. I mean, they all technically count. It's just
but he's just never in the movies anymore?
He's never in the movies anymore. No, because he's fucking dead. Well, I mean, they think he's dead.
Who thinks he's dead?
The Avengers think he's dead.
Why?
Because he got stabbed in the heart by Loki in the Avengers.
So why don't...
He was the one they were avenging.
Why didn't they just tell everyone...
How did you miss that?
I fucking haven't seen that movie in forever.
Okay.
So why doesn't he just fucking knock on the fucking Avenger Hall and be like, hey... I'm alive.
Then they wouldn't have anything to avenge anymore.
Oh, okay.
They don't have
to fight a giant space being that's looking to put fucking glowing rocks on his fucking glove.
Hey, don't insult his love of jewelry. Thanos likes his bling. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's racist.
Phil Coulson, and not only Phil Coulson, but two guys from Guardians of the Galaxy, who one of whom had part of his head ripped out by Drax. That guy, Korath the Accuser, I think is Korath the somethinger, and the guy who played Ronan. So Ronan and Korath, two of the bad guys from Guardians of the Galaxy, will also be in this Captain Marvel movie.
Prequel.
But all I really care about is we get to see Phil on the big screen again. I think that's awesome.
Okay.
That's awesome sauce.
I'm wicked psyched.
And Nick Fury with two eyes.
I'm wicked psyched. Oh, he's got two eyes?
He's got two eyes. This is before he got his eye taken out. Maybe this is the movie where his eye gets taken out.
Maybe.
You know?
Captain Marvel's all like, I'm going to rip that fucking eye out.
Maybe. There's going to be Skrulls in this movie, too.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
This is like delving into Marvel that I'm not familiar with.
Well, Captain Marvel, yeah. Captain Marvel, especially the female Captain Marvel, who was Ms. Marvel back in the day, is a relatively new phenomenon. But the Skrulls, that's a thing that they probably have desperately wanted to use for a while. The fact that they're making it in the 90s is kind of interesting. Yeah.
So how is she going to get injected into the Now universe?
That I don't know.
Because if she was,
Doctor Strange can travel in time.
If she was a thing back in the 90s, then why didn't the Avengers go like, hey, we should fucking find this Captain Marvel?
Well, I guess I'm guessing we have to go see the movie to find out.
Okay.
I think we have to pay our $19 to see it in IMAX 3D or whatever.
Well, let's watch Infinity War Part 1 first.
Yeah, let's do that. And then the Ant-Man and the Wasp. That comes out later this year.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. Do
you know what song I'm talking about?
No.
It's called Plant Man.
Oh, okay.
By Gary Young. He was like the drummer for Pavement.
Pavement. Slanted and Enchanted.
Sure.
That's one of their Wowie Zowie, I think, is another one of their album names.
Yes.
They are not known for their cover of All I Want to Do Is Make Love to You, which is by Heart.
They did do a cover of
No, they're not known for that though.
I thought they did it, but they're not known
Robert
for it.
John Lang. Oh, so it's not the guy I thought it was. Robert John Lang. Who the fuck is Robert John Lang?
I have no idea. Who are you talking about?
It was a rainy night when he came into sight.
Fuck you.
Standing by the road. No umbrella.
No
coat.
I'm gonna hit you with a fucking paper. You're not a dog. I can hit you.
Okay, all right. It's just that I pulled up alongside and offered him a ride.
Stop it, motherfucker!
He accepted with a smile.
I will shut the computer and I will stop the podcast.
And we drove for a while.
Stop it! I will.
Okay. I heard you pissed on a stick.
I did. I'm not pregnant.
You stole my joke. But I deserve that because I just made you listen to almost a whole verse. Well, like half a verse. Those verses are fucking long in that song. No, it was almost a whole verse. That was almost a whole verse I made you listen to, and so it's okay that you stole my joke.
What is it?
Why did you piss on a stick?
Because we didn't talk about it last week. I forgot.
No, I mean you talked with me about it before or after.
We're doing low carb.
Low carb. You're doing low carb.
Yes. So
what's that mean? What that means, Steve?
Okay, so you're unfamiliar with carbohydrates.
Steve, I know what it means, but in case there's a listener out there who don't know what it means.
All right, listener, if you are listening to this show and you're unfamiliar with what a carbohydrate is, then maybe you should just shove the phone into your asshole.
Is the phone low carb?
Maybe. I think you can. If you're bypassing your stomach, you're not going to absorb.
So you're saying
the phone.
So you're saying that if I want to eat carbs, I can just shove them right up my ass, and it won't.
You won't be eating them, Chris.
Right. So if I love carbs, I just put them up my butt, and they're not going to get absorbed anyway.
Yeah, get a loaf of bread and shove it up your ass.
Shove it up my butt.
One slice at a time.
One slice.
Or get like a baguette. I think that would be
baguette.
more ideal for shoving in your ass.
Now, if I were going to shove the baguette up my ass, would I want to use just regular oil, butter, Crisco, olive oil?
No, just dry bread in your ass. Dry. Or oil actually would probably be like, when they put a little spicy pepper in there at fucking Not Your Average Joe's.
Oh, yeah.
Get a little oil. Olive oil. And,
olive oil. Do you think Popeye ever had olive oil up his ass? All right, so you're low. So you're low carb.
Yes,
right?
I'm going, and I am currently in a moderate state of ketosis.
Ketosis. Now that doesn't sound very good, Steve. Like what keto? Should I be worried?
No. So when your body is not eating a lot of carbs. Mm-hmm. It's the diet, of following, eating mostly proteins, fats, and veggies.
And veggies, yeah.
And like above the ground veggies are better, like root veggies like carrots and potatoes. Like potatoes are right out. Carrots aren't that good, but they're better than potatoes. Eating things like that will make it so your body will be like, okay, well, we're not getting a lot of carbs, so there's this shit that I have that's attached to me called fat, and I'm gonna burn that. Okay. So when your liver is producing ketones, that means your body is in like fat burning mode.
Oh, okay.
So when you're in moderate ketosis, that means your body's like, all right, well, let's burn some fat.
So it's good that you're in moderate. Oh, I like that. All right. And so if you were in low ketosis, that's bad.
No, I mean that's still okay. That means your body is burning the fat that's on you.
You think Thor's ever had low ketosis? All right, so it's low ketosis. Well, moderate is better than low.
Yes, and then high.
But is high bad?
No. Okay. So you're basically digging into that shit that's on you and then making it go away. Okay. Although the problem is that you can get dehydrated because one thing that carbohydrates do help you with is absorb water.
No, right. Which is why bread absorbs the water.
Yeah, so, drinking... I drank my normal water, but I put a couple drips of like some electrolytes shit, so my body will absorb it.
Got it.
As opposed to just,
That's what you got, like the Gatorade, right? Is that what
I'm not going to drink Gatorade because that's full of fucking sugar.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Sugar's bad.
So yeah, we're just, we're both doing this. We're doing a good job.
Hey, you look like you had something yummy out there for dinner.
Yeah, we had chicken and broccoli and it has some cheese on it, so we can eat all those things. So.
Yeah.
Although it's shitty to go out to eat.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
Because, like, even if you get a salad, you got to be like, don't put any fucking croutons on it. Like, what's in your fucking salad dressing?
Right.
Is there any goddamn sugar in it?
Probably, yeah. I mean, so you can ask for, like, oil and vinegar? No, what was... Steph,
olive oil and vinegar
done that on occasion, and I forget what she would ask for. Vinaigrette? No.
Well, I think a vinaigrette is depending on what it is.
She had a go-to when she'd be doing low carb, what she would get. I've done. What did I do? A long time ago, I did Atkins with.
Well, this is like Atkins only like
more veggies,
better thought out.
Yeah,
because with Atkins, it's just like just eat meat.
Yeah.
And it's like, no.
Yeah, no, I did that. It did not agree with me all that well back when we did it. But I lost a lot of weight.
Your body would go into ketosis at that point.
Yeah, I did lose a lot of weight, but it did not agree with me. Otherwise, too much meat probably. Yeah, no. This is there a name for this one?
It's the keto diet.
Keto. Okay,
that's why. Ketosis
that
and all
makes
that
sense.
shit.
Yeah.
We're just trying to, slim down. We've got 6 months till our wedding.
Yeah. Well, it's a solid goal. Is Whole30? That's not keto. No, that's different. Whole30 is another one that I know people. I've seen people do. And now of course it's
like some sort of weird alien that like that's the hole that he likes to get fucked in. Whole30.
Can you imagine having 30 holes?
Yeah.
Yeah. That doesn't sound pleasant.
I can't imagine it. I can, in fact, imagine it.
You can't imagine having...
I could be like,
I mean, where would most of them go? Like, imagine you're a human being with 30 holes.
On their back, I guess.
Okay.
It's like exhaust ports.
Yeah. I mean, but can you... I don't know. I don't know that I'd want to be penetrated 30 times on the back. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be 30. You've got...
No, I mean, these are holes that are, like, built into you.
Right, I know, but I'm saying, like, would you really want somebody, like, fucking you in the back? Right?
No. I mean, I don't want to get fucked.
I mean, I'm not saying that every hole is there for the purpose of being fucked, but,
I mean, I don't mind, doing the fucking, but I don't want to get fucked, Chris.
Yeah. Well, I'm just, Let's stop talking about this.
You know what, Chris? Get fucked.
You get fucked.
No.
I said get fucked first.
No, I did.
No, you did. You did.
Let me just rewind that.
Let's not.
Can you play that back? We had an engineer.
I need can you I need a little more snare in my
Maybe
headphones.
We'll get a wiki if we get an
Where's
engineer.
My snare? What? Oh, if we had an engineer. Yes. I think so.
I made I don't know, whatever the fuck I was trying to say. Go.
Aikido?
No.
Aikido?
I did Aikido.
Aikido.
Aikido. It's when you do martial arts while putting together furniture.
And eating Swedish meatballs.
Yes. And drinking lingonberry juice. I'll have lingonberry pancakes.
I should be writing down some of these phrases. There might be. It might have already been a title, but yeah, we're like almost halfway through, and I don't have anything.
Almost halfway through. Jesus Christ!
Just about halfway through. It's 28:52.
So yeah, we're doing keto or Kaido.
Kaido.
Is
that racist?
No.
Okay.
Kaido is
ping pong.
No, Kaido is it's a One Piece character. Fucking just drink your beverage.
So you mentioned something that was happening this week. Two things that were happening this week, and I think this is As good a place to.
You should talk about your play first.
Okay, all right. So let's
At
talk
least
about
plug it.
Let's talk about what just happened, and then let's talk about why you're not coming to see it.
Well, no, I am coming to see it, dick. But why don't you plug it so maybe some of the people that listen locally could come to see it as well?
They should come see it locally. They should come up to Portsmouth, New Hampshire, the next 2 weekends to see the Mercy Seat.
Give dates, Chris.
Okay, so it's called the Mercy Seat. It's a play by Neil LaBute.
He's a real LaBute.
He's a real LaBute. Although some word on the internet is he's one of those guys who ain't so good to women in the theater community. So I'm aware that he is a somewhat problematic figure, but it's a good play. And it's produced by a woman and directed by a woman and
stars
a woman and me.
So you're the male lead.
I am the male lead. Yes. And so it's playing at the Players Ring in Portsmouth, playersring.org if you want to go get more information. And it's playing, oh God, what are the dates? It plays twice this coming Saturday.
The Saturday that I will be doing something else.
Yes, it plays at 3 p.m. and then at 8 p.m. on Saturday. It plays at 8 p.m.
So if you're a really old person and you go to bed like super early like I do,
yeah,
you can go to the 3 o'clock show.
Yeah, there's an 8 p.m. show on Friday the 30th, 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. on the 31st. No show on Easter.
Oh, come on, Chris.
Hey, Easter also this year happens to be my younger daughter's birthday.
Jesus did not rise for you to not do plays.
I guess that's true.
There's too many negatives in that sentence.
And then the final weekend is April 6th, which is a Friday at 8, the 7th at 8, and then 3 p.m. on Sunday the 8th.
So I will probably be at the 7th.
The 7th at 8 p.m.
Yep, we'll probably be at that one.
Yeah,
we got a first birthday to go to in that general area.
Yeah,
and so we're gonna go up there, maybe stay at Becky's parents, so we don't have to drive all the way back here. And yeah,
come see a play.
Yeah, and then hang out in beautiful Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Portsmouth, the mouth of the port in the Shire of New Hampshire.
And that's your last nighttime show.
That is my last nighttime show. Yeah.
You have the one on Sunday after. That's an afternoon show.
That's an afternoonie.
For the oldies but goodies.
Oh, yeah, for Betty Sue Butterscotch.
The shows you've done so far, as far as the people that have attended, mostly oldies on the matinee show?
Well, we did one matinee. My parents came to that one. So make of that what you will.
They are in their 60s now, so...
shit, dog. They are. They are in their 60s.
You're going to make your phone go off. So
yeah, no, but otherwise it was a sort of balance of all ages at the Friday and the Saturday shows. We had a good, relatively full house for a Friday.
Everywhere you look, do, there's a Chris that's in a fucking play. Yeah.
And then and that show went all right. And then Saturday we did all right, but we dropped a couple of pages. We skipped a couple of pages. And I was dead tired. And on my way home,
you did it intentionally or unintentionally?
No, unintentionally. It was my fault. I fucked up. And I was mad at myself about it. And so on the way home, I started crying, Steve. I was very emotional.
Did you hear that song?
So
you had a bad day. You forgot a couple of your lines in your play.
Yes, that came out of my, and I was just so.
You're like, you know what? I did forget my lines in the play.
I had a bad day. I did forget my play.
That's understandable.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So then, because I was so upset, I was like, you know what? I'm upset. I'm kind of crying, but I want to really cry. So I am near the exit that I always pass by, but I'm going to go. I'm going to go there. And so I went to visit my late, great Bradford College, which I haven't done in like a decade.
What is there now?
It's the Something Bible School.
Oh, no.
Yep. And so I pulled into the parking lot and I looked at it and I wept like crazy and I recorded a YouTube video because I'm recording a YouTube video every day. And so my YouTube video for Saturday is me bawling my eyes out on camera. It's so awesome. You should all go watch it. I'm not going to link to it, but you can go find it if you want to. And I kept it up there. I was like, you know what? If I'm going to really document my entire year of being 40, then here we go. Here's me crying my eyes out in my old college parking lot.
And then there's some Bible kids being
like, if you accept Jesus, you'll be less sad.
Yeah, if you accept Jesus, you'll be less sad.
If I accept him into one of my 30 holes.
Make America great again. Make America Jesus again.
Make America Jesus again. Can that be the title?
I don't know.
What would it be like to make America Jesus again?
No, we're not going down that rabbit hole. We already zinged him earlier.
Yeah. No, so so anyway, so yeah, I did the play. I'm really proud of the work and I hope people will come. It's a heavy play. It's a heavy fucking play, but
so get hammered beforehand is what you're saying.
Well, we make
I can drink vodka, so like that has 0 carbs. So.
Okay. So have some potato juice.
But I haven't really I like St. Patty's Day I had a couple. I had more than a couple. I had 3. I had 3
vodka tonics?
No, vodka sodas.
Okay.
Tonic has sugar in it.
Oh,
It's diet tonic water, and I don't like drinking diet soda, so I did vodka sodas, and I got pretty, like Becky drove, so, but I got pretty drunk.
I can imagine if you haven't been drinking very much.
I haven't been drinking very much, and, you know, like, when your body is doing when my body's doing what it's doing right now, it processes, it's like, ooh, what's this? It's not the things that you're normally eating. We'll do this one first. Yes. And so it goes like zips right into your bloodstream.
Yeah.
And so you get fucking hammered. Bingo.
Yeah. Well, I think that's probably why I have such a strong reaction whenever I drink, because I don't drink that often. And wine especially.
No, I'm talking about
my body loves
when you're
wine.
Doing low carb, like you get drunk really. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, maybe my medicine makes it easier for me to get drunk. I don't know.
Well, yeah, you were pretty drunk when we were over at Ryan's.
That's true. That's true. I did say some dumb things.
Yeah, luckily, no one heard it.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry for that. That was a weirdly edited one, or not edited, but produced. So we fired our engineer before that one, and that's why we don't have a Wikipedia page either.
That test, we didn't actually test anything. Like, yep, you guys are in fact in front of microphones. You're in front of,
So I've mentioned that I did the first weekend in the Mercy Seat. I got the second weekend coming up, but you're not coming to the second weekend. What the fuck you doing, Steve?
On Saturday, I at about so if you don't feel like going to see Chris's heavy play this Saturday, the 31st of March, and you want to see me possibly get wrecked in pinball.
Not just wrecked on vodka sodas.
Yeah, no.
Will you also get wrecked on vodka sodas while you're playing?
No, but it's at a brewery, so I might have a nice cheat day and bring myself out of ketosis and drink actual beer. But I gotta be very like, I have to be baby sips because I don't want to like completely ruin. I mean, it starts at 11 a.m. so I can just be like, hey, don't drink on the first round, maybe.
Right,
because it's still before noon.
Just remember that. Yeah, just that there's a safe way to remember.
Yeah, I think the doors open at Down the Road Brewery in Everett, Massachusetts. Doors are open at 10, and that's mainly for the participants in the so I will most likely be in the A division. If Bowen Cairns shows up, there's a good chance I might have to play him. If you're unfamiliar with who Bowen Cairns is, he's one of the top pinball players in the world, and he I was talking to him when Becky was doing the ladies tournament, and he's like, if you fly Southwest this month, there's an article about me on their in-flight magazine about him being one of the best pinball players in the world.
Oh, I guess he's a Southwest man.
And it's funny, like our friend Katie was there just to come along for fun, and so she and I were talking to Bowen while Becky was playing.
Yeah,
and he says that, and she. Like, and then there's like a dead silence. She's just staring at him, and she goes, "You fucking shitting me?"
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
No, I guess he wasn't.
No.
Well, I mean, I guess we'd have to fly Southwest to find out.
Yeah. Well, and I'm not gonna.
You're
I'm not gonna like take a round trip ticket to like Baltimore or anything.
But if you did. You could watch a Disney movie on the
to Baltimore. That's like less than an hour flight.
You could watch which fucking one? Saludos Amigos. Saludos Amigos, I think, is like 50 minutes.
That's funny you mentioned Disney movies, Chris.
It's funny. Isn't that funny, Steve? Isn't that funny?
But yeah, come to Down the Road on Saturday if you want to see me hang out with me and play some pinball, perhaps. Watch me either succeed or suck badly at pinball. It'll be a good time. There's a lot of good people in the New England Pinball League.
Yeah.
So we're good folks, and I haven't tried the beers down the road yet, but I've heard good things.
Yeah,
here and there.
I have not.
They have like 19 pinball machines there, so
we likes that.
It'll be a fucking treat for that. So come down there and
or come see a play.
Or come see a play, or if you really want to double up on your Steve action, Becky and I will be attending the April 7th show on that Saturday. So if you want to meet both Chris and Steve of Horribly Off Topic fame,
there you go. You get your program signed, or something.
I mean, I don't know why I would be signing.
Well, bring a piece of paper. We'll sign your piece of paper.
Or I could bring one of the coasters. And
I like this.
You could sign the back of it or something like that because it's very dark on the front. So
you could.
Unless we have one of those silver Sharpies.
Yeah, we should get one of those.
I have one at my desk at work. But I'm not.
Well, I mean, there's not. I'm looking at the coaster now. I'm holding up my drink as I look at the coaster. There's not a lot of places to sign it on the front. So
so
probably just on the back. Probably just on the back. Yeah. I mean, we could still get a silver Sharpie and sign it in silver on the back. It would be a little bit.
It would be harder to see then, which is like the whole point.
Yes, the whole point is nothing but the point and nothing. So help me Jesus.
What?
I don't know. So why was it funny that I mentioned Disney, Steve?
Oh well,
why was that funny,
Becky? I don't think I told her that the pinball championship was on March 31st.
Okay.
So she planned a Disney movie marathon.
That you're not going to be able to attend.
I mean, I could hang out for several rounds after I'm knocked out of this tournament. And still probably make it back. Yeah, for the good ones.
And is this a social event with like pals and stuff, or is this okay?
No, she's just sitting by herself.
Sitting by herself and marathoning. So, I gotta say, Steve, I gotta say, to watch all of the Walt Disney animated feature films,
I don't think they're watching all of them.
Okay, I just say that's a 3-day experience, and you want to know how I know that, Steve?
Because you plotted it out?
Because I have a playlist in my iTunes at home that has all 56 Walt Disney animated features on it, and it takes we started playing it around Christmas or New Year's of a couple years ago, and because that's when I had finally gotten all of them and just let it play on the TV in the family room downstairs, and then just for the next 3 days, like we'd flip on the TV, see what was playing. A lot of the good ones, just by happenstance of when we started it, played while we were in bed.
You luckily got to watch Oliver and Company, though.
Yeah, I think so. So I have definite opinions about this. Do you know which movies are we talking just Walt Disney animated feature classics?
I think Pixar's are in the mix.
Oh, okay. So it's all right. Let's see. I have a separate playlist for Pixar films.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Those are on their own playlist.
I think Becky made a Facebook post or something like that.
Okay.
About like for people that are coming to vote on the ones that they're most interested in.
Oh, okay. So it's a democracy.
Yes.
See, that's not how I roll. If I was doing this, I'd dictatorship all the way, man. I'm picking which ones you're watching. That's what I'm saying.
No, but I think there's going to be a pretty decent consensus that, like,
some people have bad taste, Steve. I'm just going to say
they want to watch Pocahontas.
Some people want to, like if we're talking about a Marvel movie marathon, some people want to watch Iron Man 3 instead of Iron Man 2, and those people we've
beaten that into the fucking ground. Chris,
I just want to make somebody angry out there who's listening.
Stop talking about fucking Iron Man.
No, so Steve, okay. Okay. So the first Disney animated movie came out in 1938, right? So not really the 30s, but
Snow White.
That was Snow White. So you could kind of go like, so they had 30. Even here, they've got 30s, 40s, yeah. The 50s, the 60s, the 70s, 80s, 90s. What's your favorite Disney movie, Steve? Overall, like if I had to throw like
with Pixar included,
not with Pixar included.
Okay.
You can't, no Pixar.
Okay, well,
because I'm going to be particular here.
All right. I might just go with Aladdin.
Okay. That's a pretty good one. That's the late 80s, early 90s Renaissance period there.
Right.
Yeah. Mine is The Lion King because that's actually up there as one of my favorite movies.
That might have been a close second for me. That was the other one that I was thinking about saying, and then I went with.
But Aladdin is pretty damn good. I have a very sentimental spot in. I think Aladdin might be objectively the better movie, despite some of its racial stereotypes. But it's got the better score. It's
got the better comedic actor.
It's got the better comedic actor. I mean, he really starts that. Like Robin Williams as Genie starts this template for like, oh shit, we need to get a big star. I mean, they'd had Broadway stars in A Little Mermaid and in Beauty and the Beast. But they didn't really have that sort of big name Hollywood star, and then he made it huge. I don't know that you'd really say that there are some Hollywood stars in The Lion King, but they aren't as big as sort of Robin.
Well, I mean, come on, Nathan Lane.
I mean, Matthew Broderick is the non-singing voice of adult Simba, but.
Is that where him and Nathan Lane hooked up to start fucking annoying everybody?
Probably. So yes, we have The Lion King to thank for that. But I actually do this exercise in my one of my classes where we read the book called Creativity Inc., which is by Ed Catmull, the guy who co-founded Pixar, and he talks about when they came on board at a certain point. I don't know if you remember, Steve, but there was a period there where the Pixar-Disney relationship got a little rocky. And it wasn't certain that Pixar was going to be associated with Disney anymore, but Disney had the rights to like fucking Toy Story. And so Disney was planning a really shitty third Toy Story movie that they were going to do all off on their own. And then finally they smushed them back together, and the guys who were the heads of Pixar took over both studios. And so there's this exercise I do with the students where I say, let's try to chart out, just through memory,
or shard out,
the movies that came between the Renaissance, right? And then the next time they had a good movie.
Which was
the next time they had a number one movie was
Tangled?
Yeah, okay. Yes, so they went almost 20 years without a number one movie between Lion King and Tangled.
So people they really didn't like Mulan, they didn't like Pocahontas, but they like the Szechuan sauce. Or at least the Rick and Morty fucking idiots.
Yeah, all right,
I mean, I love Rick and Morty, don't get me wrong, and I was sort of curious to taste the fucking Szechuan sauce that McDonald's decided to re-release, but I was not willing to stand up on the fucking counter and go wubba lubba dub dub.
That's what you had to do?
No! That's what some fucking idiot did.
Okay. I don't know. I missed all of that. All right. So since my students can do it, Steve...
They can go wubba-lubba-dub-dub?
No. Since I make my students do this every year, every couple of years when I teach that course, I want to see if you can do it, Steve. I want to put you to the test. So
push it to the limit.
So we've got, the Renaissance, widely recognized as The Little Mermaid, which came out in 1989. People forget that The Rescuers Down Under came out in 1990 between The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast.
I didn't necessarily forget that. I think I did see that at a double feature at Lake Winnipesaukee.
Okay.
I think the second movie was Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, maybe?
Okay. Well, so then you got Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, The Lion King, all back to back to back. Do you remember any of the movies in order that came from 1995 through, let's see, 2010. 2010 is when Tangled came out.
Okay.
So you've got 15 years. More like 15 years.
Okay,
right?
So Pocahontas.
Yep.
Mulan.
Yep.
Did I miss one?
You did miss two.
I missed two.
You missed two, Steve. You're falling down on the job already.
I have no idea what those two were.
So Hunchback of Notre Dame and Hercules come between Pocahontas and
I forgot about those
Mulan.
two all together. Yep.
Okay. So what comes after Mulan, Steve?
I don't know.
I know. Right? So this is...
I've never seen Mulan, so
Stephanie and I saw Mulan. That came out this first summer we were going out, and we actually had we were arguing about something. We went and saw this movie which we both really liked, and then we came back out and we were still arguing about whatever. We're like, that was a good movie. Let's get back to arguing. I remember we went on a date to go see this Disney movie, but. We were still arguing. I mean, the thing is that they get worse and worse from there, right? So it goes Tarzan.
Oh yeah.
And then in 2000 they release, or between late 1999 and 2000 they release 3 movies in a row that are just. Ugh.
Oh yeah, The Emperor's New Groove.
Fantasia 2000, Dinosaur, and The Emperor's New Groove. And you're like, all right, so. At that point, still Emperor's New Groove, they're still trying to get with the superstar voice talent, right? Because that's got Goodman.
David Spade. I mean,
it's got David Spade, but it's got John Goodman's in there, I think. Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's
as a supporting role.
Yeah,
as he often is.
They got Atlantis: The Lost Empire comes after that. Lilo and Stitch, Treasure Planet.
I have not seen any of these.
Brother Bear. Home on the Range. Now, Home on the Range is their last traditionally animated feature for a long while.
What the fuck was Home on the Range?
Don't ask me. it's fucking...
I've never even heard of that one. I've heard of all the other ones.
That came out in 2004. So now we're up to 2004. Then there was Chicken Little, which was their first fully computer animated feature, which they were doing at around the same time.
I remember Chicken Little being a summon in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah. Being a what?
A summon?
What was that? What's that?
A summon spell.
Oh, okay. I don't
know. You've never played fucking Final...
No.
Your brother works for the fucking company that makes it. You've never once played fucking Final Fantasy.
No. So then they did Meet the Robinsons. And so sometime around Meet the Robinsons in 2007 is when they bought Pixar and the Pixar guys started taking over. Now, the Pixar guys start taking over with Bolt. That's the first one where they have any
Is that the one with the dog?
That's the one with the dog and Miley
Cyrus.
I
bet you they only encouraged that dog. So that's how he got to be so fast. What are you doing? What are you writing?
I bet you they only...
That's too long for a fucking title.
Dog. No, it's not. We've had longer. The first episode title is something.
Yeah,
Where
it was
my
really
hawk sound.
We didn't say fucking.
All right, we didn't. But okay, so Bolt and then The Princess and the Frog. They tried to return to traditional animated stuff for one movie, and this movie, if you read the Ed Catmull book, is the reason why they stopped using gender in the titles because they thought they had a fucking awesome movie, and I actually do really like that movie. It was the first movie we took Kaylee to see in the movie theaters. Came out at late 2009, and we took her to see it just before her baby sister was going to be born because like this may be our only chance to go see a movie for
a while.
So we saw The Princess and the Frog. That's actually a pretty damn good movie, but they believe, rightly or wrongly, that it bombed because it had the word princess in the title, right? So the next year, instead of having a movie called Rapunzel, they have a movie called Tangled. So Tangled comes out, and that's their first number one movie in since 1994, so in 16 years. And
then they had Ice Age 2.
Electric Boogaloo. Then they were like Tangled. They had Winnie the Pooh, which was not.
Wasn't that?
That's another one you could watch on the way to Baltimore. It's only like 60 minutes long.
Yeah, but that's a traditional animation, so they did bring it back again.
They did, but I think that one was in. But then they stopped that altogether, and then they did Wreck-It Ralph, Frozen, Big Hero 6, Zootopia, and Moana.
I liked Wreck-It Ralph.
I love Wreck-It Ralph. Don't you step to Wreck-It Ralph.
What the fuck did I just say? I said I liked it.
I know. I'm saying to the people out there, if you're thinking about writing in and telling me why Wreck-It Ralph is a bad movie, I'll fucking kill you.
I mean, I think it has a little bit of like a third act problem, but like...
Yeah, lots of movies have third act problems, though, Steve. I just think lots of Hollywood movies have third act problems, and I think that is not a reason to disqualify...
I didn't.
I do know, but I think a lot of people do, and I think it's a shame because it's really hard to write a good third act. It's really hard to execute a good third act, and people hold that against movies all the damn time, and I think it's very rare to find a movie that has a good third act. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that.
I'm gonna say that the movie that I just watched actually it was the review. It wasn't half in the bag because it was an old movie. I just watched the review of that did not have a third act problem because like the movie in its entirety is a garbled mess. Is Freddy Got Fingered?
God, is that fucking that's not Seth Green.
Tom Green.
Seth Brooks.
Tom Green.
Yeah. Oh, Tom Green. Tom Green.
Who's Seth Brooks?
I think that's the name of somebody I went to school with. And so I shouldn't have said it out loud. But fuck it, I'm not bleeping it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
yeah.
Yeah. So, so Norm Green.
Tom Green.
Oh, okay. So Peter Green and Fleetwood Mac are.
I want to smash this glass in your face.
No, all right. So
Freddy Got Fingered.
It has no third act problem because the whole movie is a problem.
Yeah, the whole movie's a problem. Like in the review, they talked about how like Tom Green is a secret genius because he
lost one of his balls.
No, because he made this fucking movie. Like
he got the movie made.
No, but like it's like he had just been in like I think Road Trip.
Yeah,
he was like it was sort of like the narrator of the film. He wasn't in a whole shitload of it. And then so they're like, well, we could do this guy's fucking hot shit right now. We need to give him a movie.
His butt was on our lips.
So they're like, here's some money, make a movie, and he did.
Yeah,
like there was a director attached to it prior to him, and then that director left. And so he made this fucking bonkers movie that just like the title of the movie is Freddy Got Fingered because he's talking about like his brother in the film. He falsely accuses his father of diddling his brother.
Oh, so fingered is a double entendre.
Not double entendre.
A triple entendre.
Single entendre. His brother got fingered by his dad.
Oh. Wait, no, but somebody's fingering him for the crime.
No,
right?
Fingering him in the butthole.
But they're also fingering somebody for the crime.
Oh, I guess.
So it's a double...
Well, Freddy isn't the person that got fingered for the crime. Freddy is the person that got fingered... Well, he didn't actually, but didn't...
he supposedly, allegedly got fingered in the butthole.
Yeah. And so, like, there's a whole plot line of him, like, being at a little hospital for kids that were touched. And this guy is not a kid anymore.
Okay.
He's, like, 20 years old.
Ah, okay.
And so that plot line, the title of the film, like just gets dropped, and that has nothing to do with like the like. I mean, I could do an entire episode talking about Freddy Got Fingered. just from like, cause it's one of those movies that I despised when I first saw because it was just so fucking gross and raw. And now that I'm older and I appreciate sort of the Andy Kaufman sensibility.
Yep.
Like I can understand now that that Tom Green was just like, I'm just gonna fucking make a movie that's fucking with the audience.
Yeah.
And it came out in 2001, so I was like 21 or 22. Yeah. Well, no, it came out in April of that year, so I was 21 years old.
Okay.
And so like for people that enjoyed Tom Green or whatever his humor on MTV, and then they got this fucking like travesty. And like the things that they did on the review, like they talked about the opening scene a lot, and the Rip Torn, and like he gives Tom Green a Chrysler LeBaron because he's his favorite son, and he's going off to Los Angeles to work at a cheese sandwich. It's fucking off the wall. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Okay. So he gives him a LeBaron, and he's very like, and Tom Green is very he says LeBaron a lot in that scene, and so he goes to the. Tom Green skateboards through a mall to the bus station so he can get on a bus to go to Los Angeles. And his parents show up and give him a car at the bus station instead of just giving him the car at home, which would have made more sense because he gets off the bus saying, you bought me a ticket to Los Angeles, now I'm going to take this bus. And they're like, get off that bus, son. We got you this LeBaron. And then so he's like, Tom Green's sitting in the driver's seat, and Rip Torn and him keep on saying proud back and forth.
Proud.
He's like, I'll make you proud, Daddy. And then he goes, proud. And he's like, proud. And then, okay, and then it's just really weird. And then it's sort of an emotional moment. Then he peels out and he says, get out of the way, fucking asshole. There's some guy.
To his dad?
No, some other guys like in the way of the car.
Okay.
And then he's driving down the road.
Again?
Proud.
I
think they end the film that way. But then he's driving down, then right after, I think, the credits or whatever, he's driving down the road, and he goes, ooh, at the top of his lungs, slams on the brakes, does like a sort of U-turn to the side of the road, and then he jerks off a horse.
Okay. You know, Steve, it sounds like instead of having a Disney marathon, you should have a Tom Green marathon.
You mean the one movie he made?
You should just watch it all day, like fucking Christmas Story, except you're gonna...
You should do that next Christmas. TBS puts the unedited version of Freddy Got Fingered on for 24 hours straight. So when the kids are like, oh, I can't wait to watch Christmas Story, and sees Tom Green jerking off a horse.
Proud. You can find the show notes for this episode at clarkwoods.com/hot/191. And if you have anything to say about what we've said, you can send us an email to hot@clarkwoods.com, or you can tweet us. I'm at ECC1977.
And I am at Tuesday is Loser. That's Tuesday IS Loser, all one word. Come to the pinball this Saturday.
Watch a Disney marathon and then and go to the pinball.
No, they're not, like, strangers aren't invited to our home.
No. Do your own Disney marathon.
Oh, okay.
And then write us with which movies were part of your marathon, and we can compare them to which ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But if you do know me, then contact Becky, and then you can come. Okay. If you don't want to come watch me pinball,
you don't want to watch me come be an asshole.
You don't want you come.
I'm not saying.
Do you do that on stage?
I'm neither confirming nor denying that happens on stage.
Ah.